YouTubers, refrigeration technicians, wannabes, how you doing? Okay, what we got here is a 7-Eleven. I had to do a little pre-work here, but just to give you a general concept of what's going on, maintenance was being performed and they saw one evaporator inside on the main walk-in vault was freezing up. So it came out and defrosted, and just upon a visual inspection, first thing you do on visual inspections is, so you can see the way these two puppies are frozen up here. We're going to have to work on that and find out what's going on here. This is the big guy that we're going to be working on today. But we have headmasters. And here's a headmaster here that we're going to replace. See this little probe sticking out here? That's your temperature sensor for your 50 degrees. Well, what happens is people who don't know how to work on these things that come from California, I guess, I figure they just don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to work with a headmaster. And headmaster is just a general term from the manufacturer. It's actually called something else. I forgot the name of the valve. But you'll see on there they have their little probes. Well, what people, idiot technicians, come and do is they'll snip the probe. So on that headmaster right there, you see that the probe has been snipped. This is what it looks like. So basically, when it gets below 50 degrees, where the headmaster starts to kick in to keep those head pressure even, we don't get that no more. I have this turned off just because of the noise. So what we're going to do is replace this. We're going to replace the dryer, and then we'll get back to you further. Bye. I had to answer a phone, so I got to go to part 2 here. Okay. What happens when the headmaster goes? Guys love pouring refrigerant into these things. This is about a 25-pound receiver. What I'm going to be doing is a pump down, and I'm going to see if I can do a pump down that this thing isn't overcharged, just for grins. And then on top of that, we're going to do, if I can't do a pump down, I'm still going to, regardless of what happens, I'm going to take the charge out and measure it and see what's going on. But I'm just curious if I can do a pump down on this. So what I'll be doing is closing down this valve here and let everything suck into here and fill up, and we will see what happens. And I will get back to you on that, on the results. We'll talk at you later. Bye. Okay, guys, we have replaced the dryer and the headmaster. Now, this is about a 25-pound receiver. We had to guesstimate a little bit between 25-inch tall, 6-inch diameter, and a 30 to kind of get the 25 pounds. And if we look at the ticket over here, you'll notice it says on the big system it's 22 pounds. So the school of thought's always sort of been you fill to the receiver size, the 80%, 90%, you fill to the recover capacity of the receiver. So I was a little baffled by this, so I called the factory, HeatCraft, and I asked them, hey, I'm like 25, 26 pound receiver, and you're telling me call for 22. And long story short, they told me, yep, unless you have a long run, don't worry about it. I think these are equated out for 50-foot runs, and we just go up here into the store. So I don't think we got over a 50-foot run, but even if we did, I'm going to be putting maybe about 23, 24 pounds back into this. And we talked about before the 2 frozen ones. We're going to have to come back and look at them. I'm out in 30-degree weather. Now, last but not least, I pulled 3 pounds. I pulled 3.5 pounds out of this system. So hence I have a leak possibly. But on the other hand, remember, someone had clipped the headmaster. So if the baffle is weak in the headmaster, it could have been leaking out through that slowly but surely. So If that was not where it was leaking at, I have a potential leak why I lost 20 pounds on this thing somewhere. Down to 1450 right now on my suction, and she is dropping. So I'm going to see where we're going to get in the 15-20 minutes on that. And I'm hoping that's where my leak is, or otherwise I have another one popping somewhere. Remember, systems 3-5 years old shouldn't be losing refrigerant. End of discussion. It's the common technician's concept is to keep putting refrigerant in. For some reason, that's going to fix everything. And then we get an overcharge situation. Now when we have these headmasters on here and it's cold, you ain't superheating, you ain't charging nothing. The only way you're going to be able to really do anything is pull the charge and put the correct charge back in. On these two small puppies, we've got, I can't even see that, maybe 9 pounds of refrigerant. And those look like about 9-10 pound receivers. So that's about right. So we're going to be putting our charge back in as soon as we get down here on our thing. And I'm going to wrap this up. This is a flex pack, HeatCraft, very common. Oh, by the way, 3 fans. These are wired to be on or off altogether. Sometimes when you have 3 fans, one stays on and 2 will cycle on and off depending on ambient air temperature and all that kind of good stuff. On this particular guy, these things will fire off all 3 on and off depending whenever they're required to by the system. Oh yeah, I want to add too that there's beacons on these, beacon 2s. Beacon 2s are very smart, they're very good, but boy, they don't let you know that the refrigerant's kind of getting low. And like I said, we're getting pretty good refrigeration at 3 pounds of refrigerant in here, and those beacons, we're keeping it cold. Those suckers will let you keep cold until like the system is like empty, so there's like no premature detection that you're getting low on refrigerant with beacons on them. So food for thought when you're doing your work out there in the field. So thanks a lot, guys, and I hope you learned something. We'll talk at you later.